So we are now coming to the end of 2023, and I think there are some big fights to make in boxing in 2024. So far in 2023, we've had a great year of boxing, to be honest with you. We've had Tank versus Garcia, we've had Haney versus Prograis, we're having the Day of Reckoning card. We're having Crawford versus Spence. And, many other great matchups as well. I'm going to go through some matches, some fights that we should see in 2024. So obviously, I'm not going to be saying Fury and Usyk because that one's already been announced, and Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder also looks like that's right around the corner. So I'm not going to be saying them in this video. I'm going to be saying quite a few interesting ones, some ones that people might have not fully thought of it. Some ones which are obvious that should happen, but aren't even close to being agreed yet. So I'll start off with, of course, Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. This is a fight that must happen in 2024. It's looking unlikely and hard to make, though, because the WBC don't really want to sanction this because Bivol's still representing Russia. Obviously, Beterbiev is Russian, but he's now representing Canada. So, yeah, the WBC don't want to make that matchup, but this has got to happen, in my opinion. It's got to happen. It's such a great style. Beterbiev's got that great come forward style, not really wanting to take a backward step, and really wants to break you down. Whereas Bivol's such a great boxer, boxes really well on the outside, does good stuff on the inside. It'll be a great fight, and a really interesting, good, solid clash of styles where it's a real 50-50, where both guys have a chance. I can't wait. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully. Next up, Terence Crawford versus Jaron Ennis Boots. This has got to be a fight that happens in 2024. Surely. Crawford absolutely dismantled Errol Spence. There's been talks of a rematch happening. Should never happen, a rematch between Crawford and Spence. Let Boots get the opportunity against Crawford. He's got the other title in the division. There's no reason why this fight should not happen. There is literally no reason why Boots and Crawford should not happen. Let's be real. Boots is the top contender. Who else is there? Who else is there for Terence Crawford to fight? I feel like there's no one else. There's no one else. There's no point for an Errol Spence rematch. So, given Boots, I feel like Boots would actually put up a better fight against Crawford than Spence did. Even though, Crawford's right now, he's the best welterweight in the world. There's no one stopping him. But, Boots would put up a decent test. Okay, next. This is an interesting one. Jamal Charlo versus Janibek in the middleweight division. This is a fight which I think's got to happen. It's got to happen. It has. Champion versus champion in that middleweight division. Jamal Charlo and Janibek. It's got to happen. Obviously, yes, Charlo took a lot of time off, but somehow was allowed to keep his title, and somehow wasn't, and somehow was actually able to not defend it in his last fight against Jose Benavidez Jr., sorry. But yeah, Janibek, he's a real tough guy to deal with, Janibek. And, Charlo didn't look bad against, in his last fight against Benavidez Jr., but, is he on that Janibek level? I don't know. It's interesting. Janibek, ever since Charlo's been out, Janibek's been getting better and better and better. And right now he's running that middleweight division, Janibek. So he's going to be a real tough guy to beat for Jamal Charlo. But, it's a great fight in my opinion. Jamal Charlo, really slick, so quick. And Janibek's actually a great boxer with some great power in his hands as well. Same as Charlo. It's a great clash, in a way, similar kind of styles. I think it's a great fight. We need to see it happen in 2024. Next, this is a kind of British encounter which I think we must see. People who aren't British probably won't be too aware unless you're a proper hardcore. But this is Chris Billam-Smith versus Richard Riakporhe. Obviously, this fight has happened before. Richard Riakporhe won via split decision when this fight happened earlier on in both of their careers. It's got to happen now. Chris Billam-Smith did fight a few weeks ago, did not look great at all. This one's got to happen, in my opinion. It's got to. I think it's a great fight overall, to be honest with you. And, Billam Smith can win. Billam Smith's a lot better than he was. Wasn't great a few weeks ago, but you know, Richard Riakporhe's a great guy to watch, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think it's a fight that has to be made. It makes sense. Richard Riakporhe, a top guy in that cruiserweight division. Obviously, you know, Billam Smith and Opatea and Breedis are the main guys in that division, but Richard Riakporhe is also coming through. So yeah, make this fight happen. Chris Billam Smith versus Richard Riakporhe. That must happen in 2024. Next up, we have got Shakur Stevenson versus Frank Martin. Obviously, you know, we missed out on this fight. It should have happened, but then Frank Martin got injured, so it had to be Shakur versus Edwin De Los Santos. This one's got to happen, in my opinion. It's got to happen. Obviously, yeah, Shakur was in a boring fight last time, but, you know, Frank Martin's usually in a good scrap, to be honest with you. And, you know, he had to kind of come from behind and, well, get a win last time. Or was it? No, he did get, or was it points? I don't remember. But he did win the fight in a fairly controversial manner, though, where, you know, people thought that he didn't look exactly great. But yeah, I think it's a great fight, to be honest with you. Like, Shakur didn't look great in his last one. Frank Martin didn't either. I think it's an interesting fight, though, to be honest with you. Shakur obviously now the WBC lightweight champion, and Frank Martin is deserving of an opportunity, even though, you know, I think he might need to get like another win or so because he missed out on this last one due to injury. But no, I feel like at some point in 2024, Frank Martin needs to challenge for a title, in my opinion. And I think that this matchup with Shakur Stevenson's a really good one. And I feel like it can bring in great pay-per-view numbers as well. Next one that I really want to see is Gervonta Tank Davis versus Vasily Lomachenko. It's got to happen, man. It's got to happen. Yes, it looks like Kambosos is going to be fighting Lomachenko, but this is a great fight, though. Like, you know, if Loma hopefully beats Kambosos, which he should do, and hopefully Tank's able to get a world title in 2024 as well. Eventually, mid to late 2024, these two, Tank and Lomachenko, must meet. I feel like it's a great stylistic matchup again. Like, Tank, I feel like his whole boxing IQ is underrated. It's not as good as Loma's, obviously, but it's underrated. But you know, Tank's got that power. Tank's got some ridiculous power, where can he catch someone as slick as Lomachenko? Will Lomachenko be too quick for Tank? Or will Tank catch him? Because I think it's a great fight, and it's a really exciting one with a lot of action, and it's a fight that will get so many people talking. It's just a really interesting one. As of now, I can't fully pick a winner in that one. It's a great bloody fight. It must happen. Okay, next. This is an interesting one. Inoue versus Rey Vargas. Look, this has got to happen. Once Inoue surely gets past to Palaz, Inoue's got to move up. Inoue's got to move up, and he's got to fight Rey Vargas, in my opinion. This is the fight that makes sense. I think it's a great fight as well. Will Inoue move up? Surely he's got to. Surely Inoue's going to try and move up as much as he can, conquer as many divisions as he can. He's not getting any younger. But, you know, look, Inoue's at his peak right now, and, you know, we need him, you know, moving up these divisions as soon as possible, because I feel like there's some great fights for him as he moves up, and this Rey Vargas one must happen. It must. So yeah, let's hope that this one happens. I think it's a great matchup. Okay, next one again, another British one. Joe Cordina versus Lee Wood. It looks like Lee Wood will be moving up to super featherweight, so yeah, this one can happen. This one can happen. Joe Cordina, a great all-round boxer with good power. Lee Wood, he can be out-boxed, but, you know, he's really quick and, you know, got big power. Usually, Lee Wood, he's kind of known to be, like, you know, he's usually known for a bit more of a boxer, but, you know, he's been improving a lot on his power, and he's always been very quick. I feel like it's a great matchup, to be honest with you. I feel like, I don't know, who would I edge to win out? I'd edge to Cordina in that one, but at the moment, but yeah. Okay, next up, we have got Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. I was talking about this one in my watch song that I did a bit ago for the Haney Prograis fight. I was saying this has got to happen. This has got to happen, Haney and Lomachenko. Not Haney and Lomachenko, Haney and Teofimo Lopez. I think it's an amazing fight. I honestly do. I think there's a chance that, I feel like Lopez can match him, to be honest with you. He puts on a great performance against Josh Taylor in his last one. And Lopez has got good power as well, where if he times the right shot, then he can get you out of there. But Lopez is also quick and can be hard to outbox as well. Even though you can make the argument and say, Kambosos was able to, so of course Haney can. But I just don't think Lopez looked... he was not himself against Kambosos, and he showed what he really can do in that Josh Taylor fight, and he has still got it. So yeah. Anyway, last one we've got Canelo versus David Benavidez. I spoke about this before. This must happen. It must happen. Canelo, just great all-round boxer who really can wear you out and break you down. And then you've got Benavidez, who, he's a massive guy in that division, who, can be down on those scorecards, can be getting out boxed, but he hits ridiculously hard. He's an absolute monster, Benavidez, who once he gets his rhythm going, can cut the ring off well and can really wear you down. It's a great fight, in my opinion. As of now, I'd edge to Canelo in that one, but it's a great fight. Anyway, they're my top 10 fights they're my top 10 must-see fights that we must see in 2024. Thanks for watching the video, okay? I'll speak to you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.